What are legal challenges in digital tradition archiving? Have you ever wondered what it takes to preserve cultural traditions in the digital age? The journey of digital tradition archiving is filled with legal hurdles that can complicate the preservation of our shared heritage. Let's break down some of these challenges together. One major issue is copyright clearance. Digital archives often include materials created by various authors or communities, sometimes from different countries. Each country has its own copyright laws, making it tricky to navigate permissions for digitizing and sharing cultural works. For instance, a digital platform must secure the right to distribute cultural content, which can be complicated by how easily digital materials can be copied and shared. Next, we have intellectual property rights. Current frameworks often struggle with intangible cultural heritage, like oral traditions and rituals. These forms of heritage are usually owned collectively by communities rather than individuals. This makes it hard to protect these cultural expressions from unauthorized use. Traditional legal systems are designed for individual creators, leaving communal knowledge vulnerable. Cultural misappropriation is another concern. When traditions are digitized and shared without proper consent, it can lead to exploitation or misrepresentation. Indigenous communities, in particular, may worry that their heritage could be misused. This raises ethical questions about consent and representation, making it essential to engage with these communities during the archiving process. The digital nature of archived materials also creates challenges in defining cultural heritage. Digital-born content, such as blogs and online art, may not fit traditional definitions of heritage. This calls for modern legal approaches that can protect these new forms of cultural expression. Additionally, copyright law does provide some exceptions for archives, libraries, and museums. These exceptions allow for preservation activities, like making copies of digital materials. However, they often only apply to items held permanently in collections, leaving gaps in legal protection for other digital heritage materials. Lastly, international collaboration is vital. Digital tradition archiving often involves sharing cultural materials across borders. Without coordinated legal frameworks, archives face difficulties in respecting diverse cultural rights and legal requirements. In practical terms, institutions involved in preserving digital cultural traditions must navigate copyright permissions carefully. They should also engage with cultural communities to ensure respectful representation. Advocating for legal reforms that recognize the unique nature of digital heritage is essential. This approach helps ensure that family customs and cultural traditions are preserved ethically and legally for future generations.